It's another beautiful day. It rained this morning a little bit. I guess before I was up, things were wet when I did get up and come downstairs. But certainly did a beautiful job of clearing out. So I'm happy about that. So yesterday we got those two over there done. It's really starting to look like spring. Look at these leaves. This is beautiful. None of this was here a week ago. So those over there look fantastic. I'm going to attempt to do the same work here on this side of the street today. Got to do that one first, give mine the extra hour and a half to dry out, and then mow over here, and I'll catch things here. Not as many leaves. I've been walking through the yard every day just picking up a handful here and there, and now that it's growing, the turf should push those up and allow the mower to collect them. So Kennan's car broke yesterday, and then I found out that mine's been broken too, so I'm going to show you what's going on. Okay, so that opens up, the car's unlocked. In here there is supposed to be a little actuator that when you hit the lock button, there's a motor that pushes a little plastic dowel out, I guess, and goes into this little acceptor here on the door and is effectively locking your gas cap. I mean, you could still certainly pry it open with a screwdriver if you were really malicious and trying to steal someone's gas or pour sugar or water in there or something, but you know, you'd damage the car doing so. So on Kennan's yesterday, I don't even know why I was messing with it, but I went to open the gas cap and it would not open, but the car was unlocked. We hit the central lock button several times, cycled all the actuators, and it was not unlocking. Well, BMW thought about this. They thought, well, what if that actuator fails? It's going to cause body damage to get into it. So in here in the trunk, they put this little green handle. You grab the handle, you pull the handle, and it forces the actuator to open manually. So that's what we did on his car. Got in there, broken shit. Came back here, tested mine. Same thing, although mine was just stuck in the open position. So here's the bracket. Bracket bolts onto the inside of the chassis there. And then in the bracket, just with two T20s, is a little actuator. And then out of the actuator is a Bowden cable with a sleeve that comes over here to another sleeve. This is the thing that you see when you open the gas cap. It pushes in there and twists. I've got a bunch of broken plastic on mine, I think. I'm going to replace it. It's $3. I think that about half of that's broken off. See how the right side doesn't have as much material? Maybe it's supposed to be like that. I can't tell if that plastic looks like it's been broken, but maybe not. Either way, I'm going to replace it. But mine was sitting, instead of perfect like this, it was a little cocked that way. So this is the thing that pushes out into the door, and it was not making it in the hole because it was at an angle. So I obviously have taken it out. This one's the original one. I assume that's a production date, built 17th week of 2000 and, well, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. If that's 1701, then that would mean this has been replaced. But it also says 2000 there. I'm not sure how their build markings work there, but it's VDO, made in Germany. I bought another one. It's a different part number, probably a revised part, one electrical harness to it. I tried with it unplugged. The car still arms and finds and locks itself up fine. It doesn't know that this is there or not, or working or not. It's just a voltage, power and ground. So made of a couple pieces. I bought that. I bought the Bowden cable. I bought the actuator itself. So you can see here that just gears in there that hit lock and it rolls out, pushes that thing over. Very simple mechanicals. Also, this little cable tie is clipped onto the back because that little hole right there, because there's a ton of cables back there, you know, plus everything I've run in this car. I've added probably 50 feet of wire to this thing. That's my front PDC harness. I'll zip tie that back onto the main harness when I'm done. That is the PDC harness. Thing lives right here. Here's the power supply for it. So I'm going to rebuild that, and then that'll be like new. Probably do an E39 source video on it. It's really easy, but could be interesting. If nothing else, it would be a public service announcement for people to go and check their shit and see if it works. But yeah, that's what I've been doing today. Also, since we're doing an ECS order and it was over the $50 to get free shipping, I added in the parts for the belly pan on this. There's a couple screws that were missing, and one of them, the acceptors there, the screws there, the screw just won't thread into the, what do they call it, a speed clip? They're speed screws, like those little quarter turns. So I ordered a couple of those parts. I'm hoping that dripping there is just residual from the whole job. And I did top it off and probably spill some, but I'll get in there and check things out later, make sure we're not leaking. And that's today. So I'm gonna get started on mowing. But I was talking about this little clip. This has been broken for years. Like one of the first things I did on the car, probably back in 2010 or 11, I tried to open that and it half broke, but now taking it out today, it all the way broke. So this is not on the explosion for this stuff. I found out that it's under vehicle electrical system on Real OEM, and then there's another area called various wiring securing clips and fasteners, and I found it there. So this was $2. I ordered one of these, so we'll knock 2 birds with 1 stone and fix that broken connector at the same time. I did what I said I was going to do. I got both yards done. It took me like 3 hours this afternoon. I'm not going to say it was back-breaking, but it was a good bit of work, but it came out really well, as you won't be able to see because it's dark outside. It's 11:30, it's time for bed. I've been watching The Walking Dead. I started that new season that came out last October. I watched either 1, 2, or 3 episodes, and then I don't know if I kind of lost interest or ran out of time or both, or whatever happened. So I decided to pick it up tonight. I didn't remember where I was, so I just picked episode 2 and went with it. The problem is I picked the wrong season. So I watched 2 episodes, 3 and 4, and then I realized, wait a minute, I'm in season 6, which is the most recent on Netflix, but Netflix lags by about a year for some reason. So, yeah, I made no progress tonight in The Walking Dead, so, oops. I did take the M5 out this afternoon, just drove around a little bit, seeing that it's about to cloud up and rain again for a week, although they said that last week and it was only about 2 days. But, house stuff, that was pretty much today. Ordered the car parts, talked about that earlier in the day, and that was it. So I'm gonna go to bed. Tomorrow's gonna be really nice, 81 degrees and sunny. I don't know if I'll be able to make a pool day out of it. The outdoor pool doesn't open for another month, but could go inside. And they have some chairs out. I could go lay out in the sun and listen to music or something. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Good night.